Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope your day is going on well. Thank you for joining back to watch this one. And as you do know, I have a number of interesting updates for this video. South African head coach by the name Hugo Broos has now said some really bold things, or made some really bold statements as she gave audience to a South African based news media, sports news television show, SABC Sports, where he also gave out the list of the players that he will be going forward with for the World Cup qualifying games. And the list, of course, it's not surprising because these guys are still the guys that we saw in AFCON. Most of them are home-based players. The likes of Romwell Williams still retaining the goalkeeping slot as the number one. Ricardo, Goss, Veli, Morton. The defensive area would also very likely see the same faces that we saw in the AFCON. Most of them are from Mamelodi Sundowns. A number of them from Orlando Pirates, Super Sports United. So they are just basically home-based players. The way that we saw them line up in the AFCON. But again, he also said some really made some really bold statements when he said that Nigerian Super Eagles were afraid of his South African side in the last last game that we played in Ivory Coast, when Pusero was still the head coach. Of course, you recall that we actually played these guys in the semi-finals of the AFCON Cup of Nations, and we edged them by penalty shootouts after a very hectic game. But Bruce is saying that he noticed the atmosphere from the Nigerian Super Eagles dugout, especially with Coach Joseph Pusero. He mentioned that he noticed Pusero giving signs, telling the boys to go back to retreat because we were scared of them. But in general, what this man has said to his South African news media in that interview, where he also gave out his squad list, is that Bafana is a team that's not afraid of Nigerian Super Eagles. Like, he says that we are scared of them and that we are wary of playing them, which is something that he thinks is going to work for their good going forward for this game that we have on the 7th of June. But we'll see how that one turns out. He's always been known to say some really strong words. Even I talked about him several months ago before the AFCON match that we played with them in that semi-finals. But again, we'll see how that one turns out. They are definitely preparing for this one, and of course, we know it's going to be a really difficult fixture, especially the fact that we're still going to play with this side that has been playing together for a really long time. Like, they've known each other, they're playing the same league, home-based league, and they won't take time to get used to each other. Unlike in Nigerian Super Eagles, that these guys are regrouping for the first time. Some of them have not had the opportunity to play with each other, but we hope that's not going to be something that works against us. But for the next gist, let me let you know that Samuel Chukwueze is another player that's that his fitness is in doubt right now, because he's been struggling with fitness issues even before his name came out as one of the players to come forward for the World Cup games. Because he actually even missed the last two games of AC Milan, and he wasn't listed in the squad that was going to travel with AC Milan to Australia, right? I think Australia. But again, his name came out, and he's definitely going to be one of the people that shows up in camp. But his fitness has been a major doubt right now, and it's not going to be really nice because we've seen a number of our attacking players. Obviously, bowed, out of contention right now. The latest being Nathan Teller, of course. In the last video we talked about it, but again, it's going to be interesting to see how Finidi lines up with Chukwueze. And of course, when they come back to camp, they are still going to pass through a series of fitness tests, and we're going to see if Chukwueze is able to pass through that one. Of course, it's not even about being fit; it's also about bringing quality to the team. And Chukwueze is someone that we know that needs to step up, especially in the national team. Because in recent time he hasn't really been doing that. But aside from that, there is still some rumors that Finidi is very likely going to still make as much as 2 changes, before we play these games, or before these guys come to camp, because of the situation about some of these players. I just mentioned Chukwueze's fitness, so it's still possible that Finidi might still, some people might still pull out the likes of Chukwueze, and we might see some adjustments made by Coach Finidi for other players to actually come in to fill that spot. But we'll see how that one goes. But that's what's coming out right now from our camp. But going forward, let me let you know that Finidi is red hot right now in the market. The last time we talked about a number of clubs that have shown interest in him and are really very serious to buy the man. And this time around, there's been some claims by sources close to him that he's had some really massive transfer interest from La Liga teams, the likes of Sevilla and Atletico Madrid. And the report right now is that it is not willing to join Sevilla because they didn't make it into the Champions League spot, but that he's now offered to go ahead with the interest coming from Atletico Madrid. In fact, the report is that he's the one that's offering himself to Atletico Madrid because he fancies the chance of playing in the Champions League next season, and he sees Atletico Madrid as the team that's going to help him achieve that one. But let's see how it goes in the next couple of weeks. Of course, Finidi is definitely going to be one of the first people that shows up in camp for our qualifiers games. And what else? There's still the new national anthem that has been etched into law by the president, Mr. Tinubu. Is something that's also going to be paramount to our national teams, as we set out to play out these games next month. The report is that when these guys convene in the trainings in the camp, they might be compelled or obligated to actually learn these national anthems before they march out onto the pitch. And there's still report that NFF might also try to make these national anthems into audios and make it available to all these players, every single one of them, so that it becomes easy for them to actually learn before they step out for that one. This is based on the report, something that's very, very mandatory, and they've started rolling out the national anthems for the male and female category. That's the Super Falcons and the Super Eagles, for them to learn this one before they play any competitive game. That's the update, guys. Thank you for watching this one. Don't forget to like and share the video, and subscribe to the channel if you've not done so. Leave your reactions for any of the stories that you like. Take care of yourselves and stay tuned to the channel, guys.